We want to now look at how do we go from the natural rate of unemployment, UN, we have been talking about, to the natural level of output, YN. So first let's see what do we mean by the natural level of output, or what is also known as potential output. This is the level of output associated with the natural rate of unemployment, which we know in turn is the rate of unemployment at which P is equal to PE. So now let's look at how do we find YN given UN. So we know our production function is given by y is equal to n. This is an assumption we made in chapter 7, WSPS model, where we assume that to produce one more unit of output, you need one more worker. Now, the idea is this. We know that y is in terms of n. So we want to now get y in terms of small u, the unemployment rate. So that when we plug in u is equal to un, we'll get y is equal to yn. So now how are we going to do that? So we know that the labor force is made up of the number of employed workers n plus the number of unemployed workers u. So we can write n in terms of L and u. So we can basically write y is equal to n is equal to L minus u. Now, the idea is that capital U is the number of unemployed workers, but WSPS model, what we're essentially using is the unemployment rate, small u. So we want to write y specifically in terms of small u, not capital U. But we know that the unemployment rate small u is equal to the number of unemployed workers capital U divided by the labor force L. So from here we can write capital U number of unemployed workers as the unemployment rate small u times L labor force. So in this way we can write y output in terms of the unemployment rate small u. So we have y is equal to L minus number of unemployed workers, which is equal to the unemployment rate times labor force. So we get y is equal to L minus UL, and then from here we can factor out an L and we get L1 minus U. So now we have Y in terms of U. Now if we plug in U is equal to UN, the level of output associated with this is what is known as the natural level of output, given as YN is equal to L1 minus UN.